What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm going to hop in here today and just kind of go over this article I found. It came out 2 days ago, but I haven't really had a chance to talk about it until now. I'm just going to kind of read through the article real quick. It's about Ocarina of Time remake and some of the changes that they say are confirmed, but it's still speculation at this point. So we're just going to jump right in here. So Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Switch 2 remake is almost here. While the game still doesn't have an exact release date or gameplay trailer released, it has now been doubly confirmed for release in 2026, meaning it's definitely dropping in less than 4 months. With that release window getting smaller, more and more official information about the game has been slowly coming to light since the first teaser trailer during Nintendo's June 9th direct. God, that was already June. I know we're just in August, but man, that's crazy. So yeah, we're getting it soon. Obviously, we haven't heard anything about any delays or anything like that. So that's good news, again, and I think I talked about this in my last Ocarina of Time video, and just how I feel about Nintendo and some of their practices, and I'm excited for this game to come out, but I'm also just super skeptical of Nintendo and right now, and I've talked to a lot of people that share my sentiment. So with small bits of the official information revealed by Nintendo in both the initial teaser and various other avenues like the game's ESRB rating and promotional material, it's already possible to say that there are some big changes from the original game are coming to the Ocarina of Time remake. One of the latest developments regarding The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time has been the recent reveal of the game's ESRB rating on Nintendo's official website. It's now known that the Ocarina of Time remake is rated E10+ for fantasy, violence, and animated blood, which I guess is cool. I mean, they're keeping there was blood in the original game, so back in the 90s, so that's cool that they're keeping that. While this is the same letter rating that the most recent iteration of Ocarina of Time on the 3DS remaster, there's one important notable omission. The rating for the 3DS version of the game also includes suggestive themes, which isn't in the rating of the Switch 2 remake. Many fans have speculated those suggestive themes could refer to the infamously risque appearance of the Great Fairies, suggesting some censoring of their designs could be at work. It is reasonable to assume that Nintendo would have to censor the Great Fairies in the new remake, considering how much more sexualized they would appear with the infinitely improved graphical capabilities of the Switch. Sorry, that was sexual. I mean, they weren't really clothed. I wouldn't call them sexualized. That's kind of weird. It wasn't it wasn't. I never felt so growing up with Ocarina of Time, I don't ever feel that was oh my god, they're naked, and then playing through the 3DS remake, I still never really got that vibe. I mean, yeah, they're busty and all that stuff, but I don't know, that was always me though, right? I've had a lot of conversations with my wife, and how when I was growing up, I was homeschooled growing up, and I might have mentioned that before, but I when I was 15, 16 years old, I didn't really date. You know what I mean? I didn't really care about girls. I just cared about like hanging out with my buds and like playing video games and stuff like that. But um, so when I hear about like these weird, like they talk about like Tomb Raider and how like they had changed Tomb Raider, they had update Tomb Raider, because she was hypersexualized. But yeah, she was like I mean, she was meant to be sexy. She was meant to be like this really hot, badass chick that could, was a gunslinger, and she was, fighting artifacts. She was like a sexy Indiana Jones. You know what I mean? But like, it's just weird to see that they're like, oh, they're gonna change him. They might change him. Which is fine. I mean, I don't care. It's just weird that it's like, oh, they were like super sexualized. They weren't. You want to talk about the Great Fairies from the Ocarina of Time being sexualized? What about Breath of the Wild Great Fairies? I mean, they like SA Link in the game. And anybody that denies that, you're delusional, dude. Like, you want to, like, hypersexualizing, like, that's hypersexualizing, but I digress. So let's see. Glaringly obvious change in the Switch 2's Ocarina of Time is made. See, so judging by the trailer alone, this is easily the most detailed and realistic depiction of Link in a Zelda game yet. Each strand of hair on Link's head, each thread in Link's clothing, is blatantly visible. The game could very well be the most impressive display of the Switch 2's full graphic capabilities thus far. Let's see. With the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remakes, new and improved graphics comes the necessity to update the art style and character designs to better serve the new visual direction. And it's already happening. A leaked internal depiction of the game's touted updated designs is one of the most crucial descriptors. Let's see. Leaks aside, the proof has already been showed by Nintendo outright. Young Link's tunic design is dramatically different from any he has worn so far. Let alone in the original Ocarina of Time, even the Great Deku Tree, despite only having been shown on a tapestry in the trailer, is clearly sporting a new look. Evidenced by his full beard of tree roots. Yeah, it looks really cool. Differentiates facial hair from the other OG Deku Tree's bushy mustache. Yeah. Like, look, I'm not a purist. I don't care about I don't care so much about the what am I trying to say? Like, character changes, like that doesn't bother me so much. As long as they're not. God, it's just such an issue I've been having lately with like, it's one thing to change something visually, but as long as it still fits the narrative, right? Like, as long as it still works narratively, and as long as it still fits contextually with that character, I don't care if you change the character. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if you change how they look a little bit. I could go into a whole other video about how I feel about the casting of Snape in the Harry Potter show, and maybe I will. Maybe that'll be the next video. But music already introduces far better sound quality. Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, we're getting updated music and all that stuff. Ocarina of Time is getting new cutscenes never seen in the N64 or 3DS games. Yeah, you're probably right. When Tears of the Kingdom was first unveiled, the sequel to Breath of the Wild, God, those were such terrible games. I hated those games so much. First teaser in 2019, the trailer was already using actual scenes from the game and real in-engine footage for the game that wasn't set in released for another 4 years. Nintendo has this history of showcasing real imagery from the game for their trailers, not just pre-animated footage to build hype. In short, fans can rest assured that that Nintendo has shown in Ocarina of Time's initial teaser trailer was an actual scene that will be in the game on the Switch too. Well, yeah, it's the opening cutscene. Like, these guys are talking like they've never showing the tapestries. I think they're just expanding on that scene that already exists. Let's see. That being the case, it's already confirmed that Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time Rebirth will be introducing new cutscenes. The new cutscenes in the teaser show Link with the Triforce symbol emanating from his hand, which is something that was never in the original, so fans can, at the very least, expect more small, new details and changes like that, as well as more cinematic experience than ever. Okay, that's the whole article, and I'm just about out of time here, so I'm just going to end on this quick thought about the Triforce on the hand thing, and everyone's like, well, he doesn't get the Triforce of Courage until blah, 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 until he's actually fighting Ganon. No, that's when it becomes realized. The flashing on the hand is symbolic of Link waking up. Think back on every single Legend of Zelda game, mainline story Legend of Zelda game. And our opening scene with Link is Link waking up. It's symbolic, and that flash on the hand is symbolic of the spirit of the hero and that courage awakening within him, and him getting up and answering the call. And I don't think a lot of people, like, I don't know, people are just like short-sighted or, narrow-minded about that whole thing, where it's like, he's not already using the courage. The courage is in the spirit of the hero, but that spirit needs to wake up every time he's reincarnated. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. Y'all have a good day.